Hey guys, so I'm back. So let's just get right back into it. After the whole baby shower thing, if you guys haven't seen that video, go to my channel. It's down below. But after the whole baby shower thing, it wasn't the best. Moving forward, it actually got a lot worse. It got a lot worse on my side and his side as well. Like my side, like I got into a really big fight with my mom, and it got out of control with his mom. His mom was mad disrespectful, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. But let's go to the thing. So I hated staying in my house. So I used to wake up before my parents woke up and leave, and then not come back until they were sleeping. So I was always out so late. And my husband at the time, who was my boyfriend, John, he was like, oh, I don't think that's safe. Like, you know, there was guys like, you know, hitting on me or whatever. He's like, I don't like that. I don't think that it's safe. You're not driving. Like, you're taking public transportation. So, like, I want you to get pepper spray. And I'm like, and he bought me pepper spray, and he's like, I want you to bring it with you all the time. So that, like, was like, it was like a year and a half since we've been dating and stuff like that, right? And I was just like, okay, whatever, you know, he's trying to look out for me, he's trying to do the best for me or whatever. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get the pepper spray or whatever. One day, me and my mom got into a huge fight, and I ended up using the pepper spray on her. I regret doing that, honestly. Like, I feel so bad still to this day that I pepper sprayed my mom, and I actually, like, harmed my mom. Oh, look at my face. But I pepper sprayed my mom, and I harmed my mom. Me and my mom have a great relationship right now. But at the time, I was not in my right state of mind. I was not in my, you know, like, I was depressed, and, like, I had an addiction, and, like, you know, I was just all over the place. So I just felt unsafe, and when my mom was coming at me or whatever, and I ended up just having the pepper spray. And, you know, how it went was, like, she was arguing with me, and I'm like, dude, like, back up, like, you on top of me, bro. Like, and I had this is the pepper spray, let's just say, and I had it. I was like, dude, like, I have the pepper spray right here, like, back up, like, I'm gonna use it, like, leave me alone. And she kind of, like, dared me type thing, and I just ended up using it. And I do regret it, but I ended up getting, I don't think they kicked me out, or did they kick me out? They probably kicked me out. So I ended up getting kicked out, and I told John, I was like, dude, like, I'm kicked out, so, like, I'm just gonna, like, try to find somewhere to live or whatever. And he's like, nah, like, I want you to come here. And like I said, we've been dating for like a year and a half, so, like, I understand why he wanted me to come or whatever. And I told him, like, I was like, I don't know if I want to. And he's like, no, I feel like better if you're with me over here. So he was adamant about it, so I decided, like, let me just do it. I was reluctant because me and his mom did not have a good relationship at all. Like, it was a very bad relationship. Like, prior to me staying at his house, I had lots of incidents where she would say little sly remarks that, like, you know, were not the nicest shit, bro. So I ended up, you know, like, really, like, kind of, like, regretting moving there. Like, I didn't move. Like, I just stayed there, brought a little things for me, stayed there for about a week. But I didn't want to do that because at the time I was working. Like, I was working a lot. I was working at McDonald's, and I was working so many hours. And prior to this, me living there, I kind of stopped seeing John a lot at his house because, again, like, I didn't have a good relationship with his parents, so we just stayed out more, right? And I did not like, not seeing him, and he didn't like it either. So he was just like, I'm like, dude, I'm always tired. Like, I'm tired after I go to work. So I just want to go home and sleep. And he's like, dude, like, just come over here and hang out with me or whatever. So I started hanging out with him, but I ended up falling asleep. And he was fine. He was fine. He was just playing video games. And he just wanted to be in my presence, like in my company. But one day, his mom, I came there. And I wasn't even like tired at that moment, but I've been tired lately. But I kind of cut back on the hours that week or something. And so like I wasn't tired at that time. And so I was gonna go there and really like hang out with John. And she goes and she's like, oh, I didn't know this was a motel and shit like that. As soon as she said that, I was like, John, I gotta go, cause like I'm about to smack this bitch. Like I was so tight, bro. I was just like, I gotta go, I'm done. Like she's saying like little sly remarks like that, like she gonna get decked in the face. And like she's my elder, bro. Like I don't want to be disrespectful, and that's his mom, So those are like little situations that happened that I just didn't really want to stay there. And so he asked his dad, and his dad was like, yeah, no, sure, no problem. Like, I totally get it. And his dad was very sweet about it. So I ended up staying there for about a week. But it just didn't, like, his mom kept harassing me. Like, I'm not even in the house all the time. Like, literally, I would be in there for, like, a couple hours, bro. Like, I would just be sleeping there from like, 12 o'clock to, like, maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, dude, that's 5 hours, bro, that I'm just staying there. I took a shower, and that's it. Like, it wasn't even anything. It wasn't like I was home all fucking day. She saw my face all fucking day in her face. I'm butt ass naked, walking around in her house. Like, I wasn't doing any of that, bro. All I did was go to school, go to work, hang out with him. Then we go home together, sleep for a couple hours, and then I'm up going to work again. Or up going to school. Like, it was just, and this is for a week, 7 days. Not even 7 days, probably like 6 days. Because I probably went on the Sunday and I came back home on the Saturday. So, like it was like she was just saying just remarks, bro. Like, I don't remember, like, exactly what she's saying, but I know that she was just nasty. Like, the type of things that she says is so nasty, and it's just, like, I can't. So, anyway, I ended up leaving the Saturday because she kept hounding John, like, oh, you need to take her to a shelter if it's not gonna get anywhere. Like, this is like day 2. She's like, oh, it's been like a week, it's been like a month. Like, bitch, relax. It's like 2 days. Like, I spent a week at her house. Like, really. Oh, this is taking so long. You need to start seeing for her to go to the shelter. You need to start seeing her do this. She needs to go back to her house. She needs to do this. Like, come on, bro. You acting like I've been there for 2 years, sitting there with no rent. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even give enough to make a rent. Like, bro, like. But anyway, I ended up going, and I was just like, you know what, John, I'm just gonna go back home because I can't with going from one toxic to the next toxic. Like, I can't. So I was like, I'm just gonna go back home. I'll probably just fight it out, see what I can do, whatever. I was like, let me go home. His dad heard that I was going to go home, and his dad was like, oh, let me drop you home. Like, I just want to make sure that you're okay and everything's good. I'm like, okay, whatever. I ended up, like, oh, yeah. And she goes, and she's like, oh, she's going home? Well, I'm coming too. Like, I'm like, relax, bitch. Like, why? But she ended up coming up. So anyway, I don't think I made them go to my house exactly. Like, I think I made them go down the block because I was just like, oh yeah, I gotta go to work, so I'm just gonna thank you for dropping me off. I'm gonna be home really quick or whatever. Some bullshit I said. But I remember her like, oh, Vanessa, I need to talk to you. And she came out of the car, and I came out of the car, and she's like, oh, I don't think that John can handle your drama, and I think that he is not able to help you or able to stay in this relationship type thing with all of this issues that you have. I'm like, are you serious? Like, right now? Like, are you she literally called John like a dumb, stupid child, like, basically. and he can't handle the real world. That's what she basically said. But anyway, this might be a part 2 because there's still more to that story. But stay tuned for part 2, and I hope you guys like this video and comment down below. Bye.